Não é tempo técnico, mas é intervalo aqui no podcast. Já imaginou se seu time tivesse um seguro para não perder nunca? Pois é, isso não existe. Mas com a Zurich Seguros, quem não perde nunca é você. Na Zurich Seguros, os planos se adequam às suas necessidades em qualquer momento da sua vida. Seja seguro de auto, residência, vida e muito mais. Diferente de alguns times, na Zurich Seguros você pode confiar. Para saber mais, acesse zurich.com.br ou consulte seu corretor.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good day, welcome, bienvenue, welcome to Stanmore Stadium for this Isthmian South East tie between Erith Town and Hythe Town. Just about to kick off, and you've got my dulcet tones because he who should not be named and his mate Chris are off doing youth football stuff, which apparently is far more important than this, and they can't make it till the second half. So unfortunately you got me. So just kicking off, here we go. There's the whistle. Louis Clark pushes it back to Dyer, who hoofs a long one forward, and it goes straight into touch. Hopefully that's not a sign of the afternoon to come. But I am going to be monitoring the pod, doing the tannoy, playing the goal music, cheering and yelling, and everything else in between. So if I'm a bit late on stuff, forgive me. That's just the nature of the beast. And we'll see how we go. Today's opponents, Hythe Town, we did actually beat them 5-0 last time we played them, which was good. But they now have a new manager, and all but three of that team, that squad, have gone apparently, and it's a whole new team. So that shouldn't they shouldn't be as easy a team to play as they were last time. But we'll see about that. Anyway, JJ now gets the ball, passes it into the middle of the pitch to Dio, feeds it out to Callum McGeehan. Callum McGeehan out wide to JJ. And JJ wins a throw-in off of the oncoming Hythe Town player. Anything happens, as usual, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, it's 0-0. Well, cheap free kick given away there on the right-hand side of the Erith Town penalty area. Probably about 6-7 yards out from the box. And they're lining up to take it. Seems to be a different tactic from Hythe Town. They are pressing a lot harder than they've ever done before. So obviously, this different team, different manager is paying dividends. And the first case of that is this free kick. So as he winds up to take it, we'll see what happens. And he goes for the kick, and it's wider than a very wide thing past the post. So no danger there. But hey, he's had a sighter, so hopefully, well, maybe not for us, but hopefully for him, his next one will be better. But JJ sees the ball out. Lovely bit of play. Hayden Bullis takes it out to Dyer, who now runs him, puts it in, turns it in field. Out to JJ again, back to Dyer. And he ghosts past their number 9 easily, and now he's looking for the ball on. Not enough on up front at the moment for the Dockers. A bit too deep into our own box, but a lovely turn there. Oh, and the ball's in, but not quite enough on it to find Harry Taylor. Dyer winds up for the shot and straight at the keeper. But a lovely bit of play there. And still 0-0, but looking good, looking promising. Yeah, some nice passages of play there from Hythe Town as they work the ball beautifully out the pitch. Lots of lovely little triangles, lots of lovely little passing. Final ball in lacking, which is a shame for them. But this is a completely different approach and a completely different level of confidence from the fellas in blue. And we'll see how we get on against this. But at the moment, they're getting a lot of possession and they're doing a lot with it. So, let's see what happens. Once again, we were undone by Hythe Town's passing there. We lost the ball in their half, and they very quickly took the ball, away up the pitch on the right-hand side. A couple of lovely little 1-2s, and went to get the shot away. But as the ball was coming across towards the goal, Tom Ash, as ever, steadfast Tom Ash, put a foot in and managed to get the ball out for what is now a Hythe Town corner. So we'll sit back, relax, and hope that this goes nowhere. But we'll see. They're number 8. Puts the ball on the spot. Holds his arms up in the universal sign of, can someone please get on the end of this? And now they're messing around, and there we go. Short one, and the guy's completely miskicked it. It would have been a lovely work corner with a great shot had he got it off, but he didn't. So now it's a lot of melee, and yeah, the resulting counter attack has gone out for a throw. So still 0-0, but yeah, this is going to be a game. This is going to be a game that we know we're in. So yeah, 0-0. Oh, it appears to be some sort of conflab going on between the referee and the linesman. Don't quite know what's going on. I think...
Let's get on with the game, referee!
I do believe that their number 7 left the pitch, changed his boots, and then came back on again, but without asking the permission of any of the officials. And he's now been booked and told to leave the field and wait to be told to come on. So, the referee solidly applying the rules there. Excellent news. Good to see, especially considering that he looks like he's about 16. So, yeah, well done. Good. Nice one. Anyway, anything else happens, I'll let you know. Well, it appears that yellow card for leaving the field, the player coming back again without asking permission has really riled up the Hythe Town fans, who are now screaming and yelling vociferously at every single decision that doesn't go their way. Personally, I love it, but you know, entertaining. Yeah, snap move by Hythe Town there, quick move up the pitch, diagonal ball across to the attacker, to the number 7, who cut inside of Tom Ash. And then unleashed run from about 20 yards, which was sailed high and wide to the Cat's left-hand side. So it's got a bit flat last 5 minutes, but there's a lot of shouting. It's quite funny though. Anytime that Hythe Town players get pressed by the Erith Town players, there's one half of their support shouting "get rid of it," and there's the other half of their support saying "keep it, keep it, keep it." It's quite funny. But hey, these are the things that this is where fans know absolutely nothing about football, and players and coaches earn their corn. So yeah, all good. Still 0-0, but proving interesting. Lovely little bit of play there from the kick for Erith Town. Harry Taylor doing a lot of work and managing to squeeze the ball through to Dyer, but just as he's about to wind up to take the shot, Hythe Town defender gets across well and puts the ball out for a throw. But the referee appears to have brought it back for a free kick. So now Dyer lining a free kick up about must be a dozen yards from the area, from their area. And we'll see what happens. I don't think it's direct, even though he's clearly looking at the goal longingly. But this one's going to get chipped in, and Callum and Harry Taylor and AJ, yeah, all running in, the tall fellas, but straight to the keeper, who, to be fair, is about 6'9", and looks a bit like a Teletubby in bright lime green. So there you go. Tall, thin Teletubby. Tele-thinny. Anyway, still 0-0. We'll see what happens. I've got to say it, Hythe Town's pressing is working really well and keeping us penned back in our own half. And they are finding spaces and passing the ball around really well. If they had an end product, we'd be about 3 down by now, but all of their shots have been high, wide and handsome. And they've got nowhere with it yet, but they are still currently breaking, although we have managed to keep them at bay. But this is proving to be a game, and it's as much tactical and well played as it is anything else. It makes a change for this level where to actually see that kind of football being played. And here we go, Docker's on the counter now. Ball across into Harry Taylor, but cut out by the Hythe Town defender, who's covered really, really well. And off they go again. But still 0-0. Gives away a foul, only just past the halfway line, but because he was on his own with the forward, he's ended up picking up a yellow card, which he's going to have to play the rest of the game with, obviously, which is tricky for a defender at the best of times. But so there we go. Anyway, they're now on the attack, take the ball into the byline, well cut out by Dyer, who happened to be there, which is good. And we're defending well. We just can't seem to get out of our own half at the moment. And Louis Clark makes a run onto a long ball from JJ, but he's feeding on scraps at the moment, and Hythe Town are equal to the task every time. Anyway, still 0-0. Hopefully we'll get a goal soon. And a clumsy foul from Hythe Town there, just on the corner of the box there, pulling down the Erith Town player, and the Dockers now have a free kick, which is, I reckon that's in Dyer country. I would have said it's in Milo country if Milo was on the pitch, but it's in Dyer range, I reckon. We'll see what occurs, but everybody's lining up. The big fellas getting in the box again. So JJ, AJ, Callum McGeehan, Harry Taylor. All the little fellas are falling into defence, and see what happens. We'll stay wind this one up. Referee getting the ball back 10 yards instead of the 4 that they were trying for. And Dyer's lining up to take it. I'd like to see and in it goes, and didn't quite get there, and now yep, and now Hythe on the break, but AJ manages to cut out the ball. Well done, AJ. Plays the ball out to JJ. JJ puts it into Louis Clark, but well cut out by the Hythe Town defence, and they're back on the ball again and running out. So they really are equal to it. This is very definitely a different team to the team we played earlier on that we beat. So keep going. Now they're straight on number 7, straight through again. Plays a lovely ball through to their number 10, but he's just managed to keep it in. And JJ slides in and puts it out for the throw. So they're doing well. They're on it, and it's looking dangerous, but still 0-0. Anything happens, I'll let you know. Lovely little bit of play there from Erith Town. From a Hythe Town throw-in, managed to get the ball, take it off of them, work the ball across the central pitch, and Ross Craig had a shot at the goal, which their keeper managed to parry wide, and it's a corner, which Dyer is now winding up to take. And in it comes, right to the near post. But a good clearance from the Hythe Town defender, but Dyer's got back in and got the ball. Tom Ash now working the ball into the area, and another defensive header, but Harry Taylor, he's just wound up and done nothing with it, and tried the overhead but kicked the Hythe Town defender in the face, therefore giving away a throw, which is a bit of a shame, because as he was winding up, if he'd hit that, it would have gone straight in the top bin. As it is, he's unfortunately walked away with a yellow card, which I think is a bit harsh considering he couldn't see where the player was behind him. But, there you go. Them's the rules. You got to work with them. But that, so far, was the best move that Erith Town have made for the entire half, with probably about 5 minutes of this half left to go. It's been a bit bitty. I think the better football has been played by Hythe Town so far, but our defence has held up. And we've had a couple of chances. That was the best one, but still 0-0 as Hythe Town wind up for the goal kick. 0-0. Fabulous bit of play there from a ball down the left-hand side. Hayden Bullis puts it across to Ross Craig, who whips in a great cross. Harry Taylor pushes it on, and Louis Clark takes a fantastic shot, which the keeper parries, and it's gone out for the corner. But it was a great save from right on the 6-yard box, straight into him. But he did want to stop it because it came in with some venom. And now Hayden Bullis is wound up for the corner, which has gone in. And yes, there it is! Harry Taylor with the header in, and Erith Town go 1-0 up. Lovely job there as he seeks the goal music and tries to turn it up and get things going. And there we go. 1-0, lovely little goal there. Great corner in from Hayden, and Harry Taylor with the goal. Oh dear, another tremendous move there from the Dockers. Little bit of interplay passing in the midfield, gets the ball out wide to Dyer. Dyer chunks the ball into the area beautifully, and Harry Taylor just lofts a header over the keeper's head, only to see the flag go up and everybody to do that great big roar, which we all love. But yeah, that was a great bit of play. Almost 2-0, not quite. More of that, please, because it looks to me like they're a little bit rattled by having been played so well in this first half, and to find themselves one down. They're going to go in at half-time very, very disappointed. And, unsurprisingly, because they've done really well. But yep, they are 1-0 down. And multiple Dockers going in for the same header at the moment, and Harry Taylor's gone down with a head injury, so the game will stop as he lies on the deck, and we're going to get someone out to look at him. Anything happens, I'll let you know. Still 1. Quick free kick taken there by the Dockers. Harry Taylor, good to see, back up and running, flicks the ball onto Dyer, runs into the area, is tripped by the Hythe Town defender, but the referee waves it away. I think he went down just a little bit too theatrically, even though it was a foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, that would have been a free kick, but these are the breaks. So we keep going, 1-0. There's a few bizarre decisions from the referee just over the last couple of minutes. An offside that no one could see except the lino, and a couple of free kicks that no one saw except the referee, and all it's done is broken play up. But it's now given Hythe Town a free kick just about 3 or 4 yards outside of our area on the right hand side. Everybody lined up looking for it, or looking at it. Only 2 people in the wall, so we'll see what occurs. Hythe Town pass the ball in, and it goes very, very wide, but it must have taken a nick as he's letting the corner go. So, corner now to Hythe Town, and we must have done time by now. Must have done. But here we go. We'll let it see what happens as Hythe Town gets set the ball ready to go.
Last week this, last week that.
We're giving them nothing. And the referee seems to just want to keep going until Hythe Town have scored. There we go. There's the whistle for half time. So we go in 1-0 up, which is really good, and we'll see what happens in the second half. But so far so good. Hopefully we can keep it going, because the 3 points at this time of the season going into winter would be really nice. Anyway, speak to you soon. Ta-ra.
I'll take over from here, Robert. Thank you very much. Stand down.
That's right. How did your youth team get on?
Well, you'll be delighted to know that we have now made it into the semi-final of the Cell Kent Cup.
Wow, that's brilliant news.
Yeah.
Well done them.
We are so it's 3 round robin tournaments of 3 teams. We've made it down to the last 9.
Brilliant news.
Yeah.
So these are the young Dockers who could hopefully have something to do with the first team in the future.
Well, as it's going at the moment, with Harry Taylor now on the floor being injured, they might get in the first team quicker than they thought.
You never know.
Even though they're only 10. I'm with Cliche Chris.
Good afternoon, dear listener. We have just travelled from the Marathon Ground, as we say. Our youth team has got through to the semi-final of the Cell Kent Cup. I do repeat that again. But really proud of them. As you are, I think the management team was spot on today.
Absolutely. And whoever they are, they should get a raise.
Yeah, to what?
Yeah. What's double of nothing?
Yeah, exactly. We've made the second half, and we're hoping to see some goals for the first team now.
Yeah, long ball played over the top there by James Dyer towards Louis Clark. Louis Clark, who dual registered with Rustle, is back in the first team. Great to see. I thought he was going to be at Rustle all season.
Yeah, I did, but I think we've been through a few players up front this season, so he's back, which is good. He's very sharp. I noticed during the course of the game he's been very sharp, but he is still feeding on scraps a little bit, which is a shame. It's not his fault. That's the way it goes sometimes. But whenever he does get the ball, he's very quick on the turn, and he's getting his shots away.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see.
He's been getting a lot of minutes for Rustle, scored a few, he's got a couple of assists. So it looks like the Louis Clark of old starting to come back.
Yeah, it's all good news.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And also, what's a bit of good news is Leo Mazzone isn't obviously in the squad today, but just saw him for the under-23s the other day, and saw him earlier on walking around the field. So
he warmed up with the subs and everything earlier, so he was getting a few shots away, running around on the grass and doing stuff. So he won't be long till he's back in the first team, I'm sure.
Nice one. I'm here with as we said earlier on with Cliche Chris. Chris, what do we think of the action so far from the first half?
Well, it's only been a couple of minutes in there that we've seen. I hear in the first half, Hythe have had a bit of a change in personnel since we played them and won 5-0 convincingly away from home. One of probably our best result of the season so far, on paper anyway. But apparently this team here, there's a lot of change with the management and a lot of the team, and they knocked the ball around nicely. They've caused us some problems, and bread and butter for us. I think a corner it was in the first half. Harry Taylor with a power header, I've heard. So not much has happened in the second half so far. Just as we talk now, I've got a couple of tall lads actually, but JJ playing the ball up nicely. Looks like it's going to be a foul for Hythe, and we'll be back when there's action, I suppose.
Yeah, one thing I will say is that I saw a tweet in the week that said that Erith had like a 20-knot great tackle by Erith Town there to Harry Taylor, Ross Craig. He plays it out to Ross Craig again, who, like Michael Flatley there, the way he was pirouetting and tapping on the ball. Don't think he knew where it was, Rob.
He's got a shout for the player of the half for the first half, Ross Craig. I think he did brilliantly. Got a good shot away as well at one point, and he's been a bit of a revelation in that position since he's joined. I think he's great.
He's doing very well. When you think of Margate, he left because he wanted more minutes.
Yeah, and I think he's got every justification for saying, I deserve those minutes. Yeah, because of the way he's playing since he's joined us, he's been brilliant.
Yeah. Anyway, could just come back to what I was very quickly saying. I saw a tweet the other day that said like Erith had the biggest percentage increase of any team in the South East Isthmian division, and I'll tell you what, there's a damn lot of people here.
There's a lot of people here. Yeah, I don't know quite what the gate is because I haven't had the numbers through, but it is
somewhere between 150 and 200, I would say.
Easily up in the 170s or 180s, I would have thought. And a decent away showing, it seems.
Shall I do my usual go and count? I'm going to go and count.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. It'll wake me up because I've been up since 10 to 4 this morning.
Good for you.
I watched Mike Tyson.
Or get beat.
Yeah.
That was a dot on the card. But you've got a guy who's only 4 years younger than me fighting someone who's younger than you.
Would you have beat Jake Paul?
Would I have beaten him?
Yeah.
No. God, blimey, that was close.
Corner comes in from the left-hand side, gets flicked on, and it goes out for a goal kick. Nothing to worry about.
No, not unless I took a gun and shot him in the face. But and I'd be willing to do that. But no, I wouldn't have done.
Absolutely. It remains 1-0. Tom Ash with a moment now to nearly score. Brian Silk could have been delighted. It's a bit steamy in the boardroom now.
That's what happens in the winter. Sometimes you're better off just standing there in the cold with your new coat on that you just paid a lot of money for.
I was going to say that was a nice new coat. It's got an inbuilt microphone.
Sorry?
It's got an inbuilt microphone.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got more toggles and things than enough.
If you imagine a slightly less athletic, bald, goateed Madonna, that is what you get.
That's what Madonna looks like these days.
Well, I'm not saying anything. Bless her. The older you get, the hairier you get. Speaking of hairy people, Chris.
Or lack of, shall we say.
Yeah.
That's why I wear my hat. Not because it's winter or anything, just,
Actually, Woody keeps giving me dirty looks.
Yeah, my brother down there,
Yeah,
leave him alone.
Absolutely. But Tom Ash nearly come close to scoring to making it 2-0. Hythe, do you know one thing I say about Hythe? They're very positive with their encouraging of little stuff.
I think they've had a change in fortune, a change in management, a change in personnel. And I imagine it's trying to bring a positive energy around the place,
PMA,
yeah, exactly. But I do like their kit as well. I do like the navy blue, the royal blue.
Yeah, it's nice.
Remind you of anyone?
Yeah.
It's a bit. Is it royal blue? Anyway, a throw-in from the left-hand side from said Hythe, and JJ with his big left foot for it goes as far as the 11.
Come on, James, get on that.
James Dyer there. He's looking sharp today, Dyer.
He
through
is
ball.
That, it's the new boots.
Yep, a through ball play to Hythe. A good block there from AJ Dyer from the shot from the 9. Ross plays it back, hits him in the back of the head, and then goes to a Hythe attacker. Great tackle there by Ross to recover. Long ball up to Harry. Oh, unlucky. The ref looks for a foul. A long ball was played up to Louis Clark. It was flicked, and then Harry Taylor gives away a foul.
It wasn't really in his back though, was it? It kind of went down, but he's give it, so hey ho.
Yeah, it is what it is. It remains 1-0. James Dyer now with the ball about 10 yards out of the 18-yard box. He does his little tap, shoots, takes a big deflection and held well by the goalkeeper. in truth, should have done a bit more. But from what I've heard from the first half, because unfortunately I was coaching the Stars of the Future, Dyer's had a really good first half.
He did have a decent first half, to be fair.
Tackle.
I tell you what, he plays really well when he's alongside Hayden Bullis, and they make a nice little trio. Him with that nice Mr. Leopard. Breaking play up. So you got one guy who's ready to go in and do all the tackles and challenges and break things up, and then you got two really creative players with a lot of skill.
Hayden Bullis there just superbly, really giving a good account of himself, a real shift to try and keep the ball in. The ball's now back by AJ Dyer, who gives it to Seth Dyer, wins the ball well, gives it to AJ. They're playing some lovely. That's unlucky. Playing some lovely little triangles there. Big hoof up by Callum McGinn towards Louis Clark. The pod sponsored Louis Clark. The pod nominated, shortlisted, which we're going to the event next week. Do you have your suits in the dry cleaners, Chris?
My suit has already been dry cleaned and is ready to go. My shirt is freshly ironed. My cufflinks are polished. It's all we're all ready to go.
Absolutely. Getting your haircuts?
I don't have any hair to cut, so no is the short answer to that one.
I will be representing those who are follically challenged.
Oh, cheers. Thanks very much, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's your favourite bald person, dear listener? As always, email info@erithtown.com. But no, again, as we've said, we've only got here for the second half. But I think Erith are playing really well. Seems to be containing Hythe every time they attack. We'll have a quick scroll through to the league table, and we will see that 29 points as it stands at the moment. If it stays like this, Hythe are just outside the bottom four. So really, it's going the way we wanted it to. It remains 1-0, and it's all gone off there. That's not good. The referee's got that yellow card straight out there. Chris, explain what happened, please, for the listeners.
One of those where the ball bounces up and your player's going through, and the opposition turned his back slightly and had his foot raised and caught our player. So it's one of them that always is going to get a yellow card because dangerous play.
There's a couple of yellow cards flying around there. It must be someone's birthday. There's a lot of cards.
Yeah, there's been a few naughty challenges going in since they went one down. I think though, I said earlier in the pod that when I was on my own holding the fort, doing the tannoy,
well
and the
done.
pod and
Imagine
the music and the announcements and everything else.
Imagine Dick Van Dyke at the beginning of Mary Poppins.
I try not to. I'll have nightmares otherwise. But anyway,
You've been called, referee.
they were playing really, really well, and they were all over us, and they had plenty of chances to put the ball in the back of the net, and they didn't. And then once we scored, they seemed to get rattled by that, and they must be disappointed going in at half time to be 1-0 down. But they haven't really managed to get back in the way they were. They haven't really managed to find the passes that they were finding, and they were playing really well, playing really nice stuff. So interesting.
Yeah, I've seen, as I said, I only turned up at half time. I've only seen the second half so far, but Erith Town totally dominating.
What we've seen so far. The only danger seems to be a ball over the top. They're playing long at times. They've got, like this. They've got the number 9 up front seems quite quick, and a couple of wingers that are quite quick, trying to look in, I would say, on the break, really, but we're controlling this game at the moment.
And from the sounds of it was a definite yellow card. 1-0. George Goodwin makes way there, or comes on, should I say, for Louis Clark. And you know what? It's a testament to the medical facilities in the southeast of England that two players like Louis, who's out for so long, and George, who's out for so long, are now back fit. Yeah. Is it the NHS or Georgia?
I think it's a little from column A and a little from column B.
Yeah.
Or a bit of both, as they like to say.
Absolutely. But no, it's great to see. I mean, I personally think George Goodwin, Erith have played really, really well this season, don't get me wrong. No disrespect to anyone out there, but I think George Goodwin's been a real miss, and having a player of that quality coming back is only a good thing.
Yeah,
100%.
He is a bit of class, George. So nice to get him, for him to get some minutes and to see him start to get some match fitness would be good, because as the season wears on, he's going to be valuable. Yeah,
and for me, he was a real stellar standout player in the playoff run and the cup wins.
Yeah, 100%. I think. He might not do anything absolutely amazing on the ball, but he holds his position, he wins a tackle, he breaks up play. He's intelligent. He brings other players into play. He plays those simple 5-yard passes that you see so often, so many not do. They try and find, the whirlwind passes and that. George Goodwin, he'd just give it like this back to Tom, and it just keep you in possession of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. George back to Tom there. Tom with a massive long ball over JJ Dive, which JJ Dive he's done so well getting up and down those. Oh my God, isn't he? He shoots off the Hythe player. A cross comes in. Harry Taylor gets a shot and it goes out for a corner. AJ Dive. I know I've said it a lot this season, but do you know what? I'm gonna. Where's the mast? There's the mast over there. Here's me nailing my colours to it. I reckon he might be player of the year this year.
He's had a really, really good season so far. He's done so well. And he has been a bit of a breath of fresh air down this left-hand side.
Yeah.
He really has.
And as we said, when he first signed for Erith, he came from Punjab United. There was a lot of people from Punjab who didn't seem too happy that he'd gone. Not in an angry way, but because he's such a good player. Oh, yes!
George Goodwin.
Oh, George Goodwin. A corner in from the left-hand side by Hayden, but it's long towards the far post. George Goodwin,
header
that is intelligent footballer. Great finish. Well done. I'll tell you what. Woody should celebrate more. Yeah. Woody's actually dancing there. Do you see him tap his feet there? But yeah, that's a great header by George Goodwin.
Oh, 100%. Great corner. He found himself in a bit of space, sort of a few yards towards the back post, and he loops a header that as soon as he connects with that, it's in all day long, great header.
Yeah, and from what we've seen so far, I wouldn't say there's been too many clear-cut chances, but if anyone was going to score, it's Erith.
Yeah, they've dominated the game really, without having, I wouldn't say we've had a lot of chances, but we've dominated the game, we've looked on top, and long may it continue.
And Hythe have just made a substitution.
Have they?
Yeah.
Who'd they bring on?
I don't know, I'll have a look for you.
Ask the announcer.
Ask the announcer, he'll know. We'll sort it for you, Rob, don't worry. 2-0. Dyer's missed from 2 yards out, sack him.
Oh, it was a good run though, weren't it?
Yeah, fantastic run.
Nice little bit of play, and it was a good bit of skill from Dyer. And to be honest with you, he tried to ding the keeper, and the keeper managed to just get either his face or hand on it. I think it was his face, to be honest with you, as he went down. But it was a decent run and a decent finish. It was unfortunate. It was a good save from the keeper.
Do you know what I think was absolute top class from James Dyer there? He actually purposely missed because he knew that the tannoy was being announced while he was running through on goal. And he thought, I don't want to add to the confusion, Rob. He's a team player.
I'll take your word for it. I heard none of what you said there.
I just said, you was doing the tannoy, was getting yourself confused. Dyer's running through on goal and he knew you were struggling. So rather than add to your woes, he purposely missed.
He's a sensible geezer.
Yep. Isn't he just? I mean, some of our conversations don't make me think that too often, but in that instance he was. He remains 2-0. 3-0, James Dyer. What do you think of the goal?
He finally got one.
What? That's a bit harsh.
He's been trying all match.
He's
deserved.
There we are. You know his family listen to this, didn't you?
We love the Dyers.
Yeah, the Dyers. Who's she?
I have no idea. Just one of the parents of one of our teams, maybe.
I thought she was banned. Anyway, run down the line by Hayden Bullis, plays it across goal. Yeah, James Dyer taps it in from close range to make it 3-0. So in the games just between... Oh, hang on 1 sec. Here we go.
James Dyer.
Hooray! So just against Hythe this season, we've scored 8, letting none.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think what I've seen so far, James deserved his goal. I think he wanted his goal and he's got his goal.
Yeah, and also as well, I think the goalkeeper won't be saying that James Dyer's nervous anymore like he did at Hythe away.
No, definitely not.
No.
We need 2 more goals now to match the last time we played them, and then we can turn around and say we don't care who you've changed.
Yeah.
You're still not that good.
Not that good. I'll tell you what, one thing I will say is that their managers, I'll just compliment them on how positive they're being, considering they're losing. They're not a happy bunch now, are they?
No, clearly not. I don't know if you heard that choice language, but yeah, he sat down again. So
we don't encourage language like that at Hythe Town. We encourage positivity.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Yeah, peer.
He's at it again.
He's at it again. The Hythe manager, he's at it again.
Yeah.
3-0 Erith Town.
Tom Hanfrey.
I don't rate this stadium announcer today. He was nearly going to call Tom Hanfrey Tom Handley.
Who's Tom Handley?
Well, I don't know. Normally it's Brian Silk who gets the names wrong. Long ball played diagonally by Tom Ash towards AJ Dive. I just thought of a joke there. I'll have to set off recording. Hythe about to take a throw, but they've run forward about 5 yards to take it. Can't be that long left to go now, can there?
couple of minutes. I wouldn't have thought.
5 minutes, I reckon, you're looking
Be
at.
added on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a successful day by all. Tom Handley, who's only no, that's not. That's no, I'm joking. Ross Craig just gets absolutely Hangling, yeah. Headley, remember Headley?
Tom
Lamar?
Hang 10.
Do you remember from Blazing Saddles where they kept calling it Headley Lamar? Headley Lamar.
Yeah, Headley Lamar.
Anyway, it's been a successful afternoon. Erith Town in still outside the playoff places, but again, we won't be getting too carried away with that. We're getting a lot closer to that 40 points and survival, which I think looks like it's on the cards.
I think I'm quietly confident that we'll hit that milestone
This side of Christmas?
I don't know about this side of Christmas, but we will hit that milestone fairly soon.
Yeah. Something's got to go.
We won't be worrying about that when it comes season end.
Yeah. Adam will move with it. Do you know what? He's got a lovely smile, would he? We just don't see it enough.
No, he's not the most cheerful of fellows pre-match, but post-match I think he'll have a few smiles.
He's cheerful in his own way, isn't he, right, Chris?
100%, yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's been a good performance today. And it's still 3-0 as it stands. The final whistle sounds, and that is Erith Town 3, Hythe 0. And I was something being pushed. I'm being abused by Summers Senior. Brilliant.
Yeah, 3-0, happy days, isn't it? You can't ask for more than that. Another 3 points on the board and another 3 points towards safety.
Yeah, so it's mad saying safety when you're 7th.
Yeah, I mean, we want to get to 40 points. That's our target, 40 points, and then everything we get after that's a bonus. We can start looking at where we are in the table and what we can do this year.
Congratulations to Hythe Town.
You could be one of the 1 million people.
And to the rest of the Hythe Town people
Yeah.
for the rest of the season.
But yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
It was good. First half, for at least the first 30 minutes of the first half, they had the better of the game. They were passing the ball really well, moving the ball really well, and they kept us pinned back and they were pressing brilliantly. I think as soon as the goal went in and they could see that they were going to get very little change out of our defence, they kind of got a bit ragged after that, and then the second half was all ours. As you saw from being here, it was definitely just all us, and it only looked like there was ever going to be one winner, which is great.
162 people here today.
Lovely.
Massive number.
Did you get all their numbers?
What phone numbers?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
It's a norm, though, isn't it? Now we're 150 to 200.
Yeah. Join the WhatsApp group. Join the YouTube subscribers. The club's on the up.
On the pod.
Do you know what?
Get on the award nominated.
We used to go down a few times, Chris, during the season. But Rob, come on. I know we said it before. How much has this club changed since a couple of years ago?
Oh, enormously. In the 5-6 years I've been coming to see him since ground sharing with VCD, all the way through the leisure centre and down to here, it's changed enormously. It's become more professional. Everything about it is pretty slick these days, but the growth in the fan base and everything else around it, it's been fantastic. It's a really, really lovely thing to be part of and to see.
Absolutely. 3-0 to Erith Town puts us still outside the playoff places, but more importantly, closer to that magic 40 points, which I don't think we need. But up the Dockers.
Up the damn Dockers.
Up the Dockers.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.